Have you not seen the new trend or a trend that's happening where Mandem are calling their Mandem to say goodnight?
I saw a clip of that. Yeah.
What you saying though? Nah, I just called you to say goodnight, innit?
Are you fucking mad? Don't call me fucking gay shit, bro. You fucking weirdo. Get off my phone.
Yo.
Hello?
Yo.
Yeah, my bro.
What you saying?
Hello?
What you saying?
Hey, how you, bro? Why you shouting at me? I feel like you're being very aggressive. Like, you're beating me up.
No, say. Wait, what time is it?
I'm not, 10 o'clock.
Oh shit! I swear. No, I just called you to say goodnight, innit?
Hey, Jen, bro.
My God.
Hey, Jen, do you hear me?
Yeah.
Say that one more time.
I just called you to say goodnight, bro.
Bro, you fucking gay, bro.
How's that gay?
Nah, you're gonna absolutely mad. You've been watching Young Spray. Fuck off, bro.
Hello.
What's up, boy?
Oh, shit, cuz. Feel good.
Shit, nah, shit, man. Yeah, man, shit, I was it.
You said what, cuz?
He finna hang up on you.
Hello?
Hello?
Cuz, what'd you say?
Yeah, shit, I was just calling to tell you goodnight.
Tell me good night.
Hell yeah, cuz.
You calling good night. What type of shit is that?
Yeah, man, shit. My ass finna go to sleep and shit. I was just calling to tell you goodnight, bro.
You lonely or some bitch?
Hilarious.
It was hilarious.
However, when you unpack it.
However, big H.
Yes.
Capital.
It was peak still.
Yeah.
I was like, raw, man, them really, yeah.
Don't like niceties.
Don't.
Would you do it though?
Would
you
people?
call up one of the boys and be like,
Good
I
night.
just call you to say good night? And
No.
what do you think their reaction would be? Would it be the same? Like, would they be saying, are you
My
gay?
friends would probably say goodnight.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Without question.
No, because they would understand, like, I'm not a serious person.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as soon as I'm calling you to say goodnight, you're like, okay, he's on banter. You know what I mean? Like, it's different if I was somebody that's like a serious person.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll probably know it was banter and just probably say goodnight back.
Because, okay, first of all, I thought if I called you and just like, yo, I was just calling you to say goodnight, you would cuss me. You would laugh.
Good night, Jim Bob.
But you wouldn't take it seriously.
I wouldn't take it seriously.
No,
I'd
you
laugh.
think the person was joking.
Yeah, but I'm like, yo, no,
I
yo,
think
good
it's
night.
jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't.
No, but you could actually do that though.
She would actually
You
do
could actually pick up the phone and just be like, I was just calling to say good night.
She
And I
would
would be
do
like, all right, night.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's true.
Because it actually is something you could do.
She literally would.
So it wouldn't
It's not a trend for
She's
you.
probably
It's just
She's probably
Tuesday.
going to do it tonight.
Just say goodnight.
Yeah.
it wouldn't even be weird. I can't think of somebody. I think it's different for girls.
Yeah.
You could do that. Maybe my first thought would be, what's going on with them?
And that's one of the boys.
Don't try and be saying good night and then tomorrow I wake up and you've killed just like
Yeah,
what's up?
that would
that's
be
what
my
one of the boys.
first
Like
thought.
the
but-
third slide on the slide where we saw it, the guy was like, "Yo, my guy." After he called him gay, then he was like, "Yeah, but are you alright though?"
Yeah.
Like at least he showed some sort of concern.
Yeah.
But gay wouldn't be the first.
I
thing.
think I was really shocked by
It
how
was the
many
first
of
thing
them.
all of them said.
I was just so shocked. I was like, raw, like, okay, like every single one was like,
But why? What's
Okay.
going on with men, boys and men? Why can't you just show a man love like that?
It's tough. It's tough. I remember there was one time where I can't remember who it was. It might have been Tom Mucci was saying that we can't express love without like broing it up.
Yeah.
And like Tem was trying to say, yeah, I love you, but it was always like, yeah, I love you, man, or I love you, bro, or like there was something attached to it on the end
Can't
or on
just
the
have
beginning.
it wasn't just
It
a
couldn't just
simple,
I love you.
okay.
Yeah, but it's just like it's not how we've been raised to show emotion like that towards another man. Like towards your partner, different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But towards just another random person, like I wouldn't even say that to you. I wouldn't be like, yeah, I love you. That's too intimate.
Yeah, but you got misses.
Exactly.
Please, I beg.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything.
Even
That's why.
That's
That's
why.
why.
Do you know what I mean? So if I can say, oh, I love you though, like you've been there for me.
You gotta have like sentences,
you
words, like,
have to have all of that.
all the bits
Otherwise, it's
around
like,
it.
What? Like what? Your wife is just allowing you to go around saying you love me.
yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a bit
Okay,
intimate.
so
I say I love you to my friends. Like guy friends.
Yeah.
You girls.
What? So your wife could say it to a guy, her guy
No,
friend.
She could not.
No,
That's what I say. You girls.
No, but to be fair, I
love you.
I wouldn't say. I guess my boys that I know I've got that I know who are in relationships. I don't think I'd just be like. I'd have to probably caveat. I'd probably be like, yeah, man, I love you, bro. I probably would have to do that
see?
to make it. I don't know who. I wouldn't say
say
to
love
like.
you to my-
But how do you say it? How
My
do you
male
say it?
brethren, I say love you. He says love you back.
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
like
your
that.
best friend. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
like
true.
love you.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I just don't have that with my best friends. To
no,
be
me
fair,
neither.
Is he in a relationship?
He was for a very long time. Actually,
that's her boy.
yeah,
So
that's
to be fair,
that's
Okay.
my dog.
Yeah.
so that's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never
And it isn't
experienced that.
everybody. It's
Yeah.
literally like Melvin and Damien, and they are the boys' godfathers. Like it's a long time, and they're my husband's best friends. As
Yeah.
well. But yeah, coming off of a call, I will be like, I love you.
I think yes. I'm trying to think. I wonder if I'd be comfortable saying it to a boy, knowing that in front of their partner.
But they got to
start
be your brethren too.
Yeah.
They've
I
got
think.
to.
Yeah,
And
I
they've
think-
got
I think
everyone's got to
that-
understand the dynamics
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
No, I
clearly.
think there's that because the thing is, even with having male friends,
Yeah.
I make it clear.
Yeah.
I'm not ringing you after a certain time.
Exactly.
Like you have to set boundaries.
Yes.
Like I get it in it. Like, and I wouldn't say,
Yeah.
oh, I love you in front of their girl. I think that's taking a piss.
And I think that's and
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Not
It's
that
like
it's some secret thing, but I just think like there's boundaries in it. I wouldn't want her to feel no type of way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want
Yeah.
her to know that's just my dog.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
and I
Like,
feel
don't get
comfortable if I had
twisted.
a ring on my finger and a man on my arm because then they're like, okay, there's no at least the perception.
Nah,
I get you. I get
nah,
yeah, like that.
nah.
No, but I think no.
That's even worse.
Oh.
You've both got the same to lose.
Oh shit.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
So you could be like, anyway, we'll get into some. We'll get into certain things. But the whole thing of like, guys, it's okay to say goodnight to your boys. You know,
is.
it's okay.
Should be nice practice.
Yeah,
Like, be
start
nice
saying
to
it.
each other.
Yeah, I guess.
No,
Try it
you
tonight.
don't need to change those
Next time.
dynamics.
The thing is, I'm not a telephone person.
Okay,
So, like, me calling you already is like
It's a
shocking.
problem.
Yeah.
So if you text the Mandem tonight, like, yo, good night.
I love you.
Group chat. In the group chat, I'll do it as a whole.
Do
like,
it, do it, do it. Just say good night, love you in the group chat.
I'll do that tonight.
Do it tonight. Let's know how it
Let
goes.
us know how it goes. But they're gonna know it's a trend, and
Yeah,
it's gonna.
they will,
You
they
have to do it
will,
like
man.
about 5 months later, like next year, like later
I
on.
remember.
Yeah. Next time, just be
month
like, yo,
or so,
good night.
Yeah.
Tell me, we can do that in a group chat. That's a
do
minor.
that. That's
Yeah,
a
we
minor.
can do
You
that.
say it all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Saying
you,
good night,
guys.
isn't it? Yeah, exactly.
guys, and drop the home. You're not gay. Like, allow it. No pause.
stop that, man.
And stop this. Good night is gay.
I can't stand it. And you know what? Also,
playing.
there's that
I'm
Diddy
playing.
video going around where Diddy is making Noriega and what's his name? Fabulous.
Yeah,
Very
yeah, I've seen that,
uncomfortable,
I've seen
yes.
that.
I saw that.
I didn't hear one pause from any of them.
They
let him fly
Yeah.
with
And
all
didn't
manner
say
of
pause.
things.
But they did look like
They were
Fabulous shifty in
uncomfortable.
his seat. He was like,
Fabulous started eating,
it's like he tried to change the subject.
He was eating.
Like,
Yeah, it was a little bit. But
yeah, it was. Noriega
And you
was.
listen, for us, you were like, that was a pause.
They did feel a bit.
That was a girly pause. I don't like pause. It really annoys me when grown men you say like can't talk for a whole sentence without saying pause.
But is it not funny though?
It's not as
No.
annoying.
No.
Actually annoying. When I listen to male podders,
Yeah.
I do like a few male podders, but when they're talking and they can't get through a whole damn sentence without saying pause.
Yeah.
It's
I
too
think
much.
I take liberties though, because like I know like we've got the sign on our wall that says there's a pause free zone.
Okay,
I push
yeah.
the boundaries.
Yeah, you make
I want to
them
see
say-
how far they can go without saying.
The thing is, like, Americans, like, I'm picking this language up from Joe Biden's people. When they talk about hot dog, they call them glizzies. I
Yeah.
think that sounds wild.
That is worse.
Yeah.
But they say glizzy without
Yeah,
saying
yeah, yeah.
pause.
Who
No,
was
but
it?
you
That
can't
Joe?
really eat a glizzy like that though, because they will
It
pause you
doesn't-
for eating. It's like, do you eat? It's a joke.
But you can't
like,
break a glizzy and eat it. As a
Yeah.
man, you've got to go, oh, no.
Yeah.
some,
I just hate stuff like that. Like,
Some of them are
someone's
gonna
like,
break
I'm
it.
not gonna eat a banana like that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna break the banana and eat it in slices. Like,
Can't
Yeah,
slice
nah,
it.
It's a
that's
banana.
That's
Bite
crazy.
it in the
Why
middle or
why
something.
can't you just eat a banana? What's the problem?
No, but you didn't have to do the. Do you know what it is? Yeah. The action without a banana in your hand looks crazy though. Do you know what
But
I mean?
it's not. We're not done. Like we know that you're not gay,
I know, yeah.
and it's not a problem.
I don't understand. Who cares?
But did you have to do the hand motion?
I'm
Like,
showing you.
banana. Oh gosh. Aunties After Dark.
That is such a funny term to me.
I think it's wild that they say that with ease. If all the things that they say pause about, they're going to talk about glizzy freely.
Yeah.
I think glizzy sounds like glaze. It sounds like all the stuffs.
Yeah.
it does.
It's way worse than hot dog.
It is.
Like,
Exactly.
hot dog had no problem.
No, like just I'm gonna have a dog. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome to Your Aunties Could Never. I'm Auntie AK, the auntie of all aunties, and I'm here with.
I'm Farah, your resident Caribbean queen.
I'm Nana, aka the Black Fairy, aka Dark and Lovely.
And we are one Auntie down. Yet again, she's handling her business. She'll be back next week. That's Auntie Sade. Say hi. Hi.
Hey.
But we are also joined by Mr. VP in the cut, the last 90s baby, to join us.
Yay!
I made it.
You made it.
I
We
should
made
have
it.
actually copied what TEMI says. It's like overseas, underseas. I should have.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Should have.
Nah,
What?
it's
Underground,
exclusive to him, it's
overground,
copyrighted.
bumbling.
Okay.
No, he does not.
Overground.
He does
The
not.
Wumbles.
Yeah,
do
is
the
that where you got it from?
No. Oh, God.
I don't actually know where he got it from.
What does he say? How does he say it? I need you
like-
to
Do you actually know what he says?
all the words.
Oh my God, it's a terrible sight. It's the one VP in the cut. It's something like that, but I don't know where
It sounds like he was inspired
Was it?
by underground, overground. How does he do it?
I don't know.
You don't even know it
No,
yourself.
no, no. I know what he says, but he does it in a way which
It's
is
such a
unique
particular way.
to him.
It sounds
and
like-
It's
he
definitely not
changes it
Wombles.
every week as well.
It's
Does he
definitely-
change it every week?
The beginning part.
Oh, that's like me. Yay! Yeah, I got
So
twin.
the beginning he'll change.
Yay.
And then the main bit is the main bit.
Get out. Yes. All right, guys, we have some announcements before we get into the show. What must you do first?
You must boop the like button, boop the like button, boop the like button.
Inside.
Yes.
Book that blood clot now.
No, listen. Boop it now. Don't do it the blood clot way.
I like
You
the
said
blood.
it.
I know.
You said it.
It's really rude.
It's really not.
It's a swear word.
Oh, come on.
I feel like it's a more of a cultural swear word that we shouldn't do like that. So willy-nilly.
I mean, I can say what I want.
I
I'm
know
the
you're
Caribbean
Caribbean.
queen.
And you're just saying willy-nilly is what, like, come on now.
Willy, that's not
Willie's
a
a
pause.
swear word.
Willie's a swear
Ah,
word.
yeah,
Willie's
I'm
not-
telling.
I'm allowed to say Willy at home.
Oh, wow, one of those.
Oh, wow. That was a pause, I guess. All right. Also, you must subscribe to our membership, mustn't we? You.
Yes, it costs £1.99 to be our friend, but to be our family and get involved in family things, it is £4.99, cheaper than a bag of them chips.
Good price.
Yeah.
That's good, isn't it?
Price. Also, please, if you're listening on the podcast airways, what must you do?
You must leave us 5 stars and 5 stars only, please. And also leave us comments as well on Spotify. That would be great. And comments on the videos as well. That would be
Lovely.
good. Thank you.
Or we will return to sender
And do your
and lightning
pow.
strike upon you.
Scare tactics. Like
Yeah. And also, guys, just remember that we are your aunties. We're not experts. We're just here sharing our thoughts and opinions. Do not come for us because we will come for you. You want to say it, don't
blood
you?
clot.
You see, you wanted to say it.
Loaded.
It needs to come out.
I'll allow you for that. Do your own research. Draw your own conclusions. We're just talking out here, all right? Thank you.
Get me going.
All right, now we're going to get into enemies of progress. But before, do you know that this drink is an enemy of progress?
Do you know
Energy
what?
drinks.
Yeah. Do you know what? And in fairness, you bought the worst one.
Oh,
but,
serious?
But I do have a little bit of an addiction. Not a real one because I don't drink it every day.
Okay.
Yeah, like I drink it maybe once a week because I understand how bad it is.
And what's so nice about it?
I mean, the different flavors.
Okay, so
Yeah.
You've been
See, so I was
lit up.
I was gonna get you the pink one. I should have got you that one then.
Yeah,
strawberry.
I thought you were. You said that. And I was like, yeah, why not?
Because you laughed, and I just thought, oh, maybe he doesn't want.
Oh, you thought I want the manly one. That one. Yeah.
Basically.
Pink one would have been better. Then I could have just been like, yeah, you know.
I didn't even know them.
You're in trouble. Anyway, no, but you know what? I got you on. Obviously, I sent you the one in order. I didn't tell you who my enemy of progress was. My enemy was like surprise enemy of progress. Do you know who my enemy of progress is?
Who's your enemy of progress?
He looks good. Take a drink.
Got hot in here.
I'm over this. Do you know who my
Who's your enemy of progress?
VP and TEMI for the unnecessary use of the word slut?
When did I say slut?
That's like what I say with an affair. Don't just cheat. I'd rather you have an affair than cheat on me.
Yeah.
Let it be real, not just your bum got waxed for one night.
Yeah.
Have an affair.
Not somebody else's slut.
On an affair,
How you
joint.
somebody else's slut? That's crazy. Like,
Does he even
But
love
one
you?
day slut though.
Nah, he doesn't even love you.
Affair will ruin the house, bro.
That's what I want.
yes. Yes, bro. Yes. Ruin it.
A one-off. If I'm just being realistic here. Something happened on holiday where she was just drunk and then something happened a one-off. I would rather that than she's holding. We was even talking about holding hands in public the other day, bro.
Yeah, cool.
I can't do
That's
that.
on the level of affair.
That's crazy.
I want it.
I would rather the one night, bro. One night I could get over that at some point.
Oh, no, but
Affair,
I don't want
you was in
to.
another
I don't want to
relationship.
get over it. That's what I'm saying. One night, now it's like, should I, shouldn't I? I want to know for sure. I want to leave. Like, don't give me heartache. Give me complete destruction.
Destroy me.
Crush me.
Destroy me so I can go.
Yeah.
In your latest
So you
clip,
say
so much.
You say so much. You say so much.
You don't even know when you said it. That's why you're my enemy, fam. And you, TEMI. You're in trouble. Because basically, okay. So first of all, our brothers on the pod, the 90s baby pod, we love you really, but you're in trouble.
Yeah.
They had a discussion, a very silly one, but let's get into it. Cheat or affair? They had a debate about what's easier to tolerate, being cheated on once or an affair. We can discuss that in a second. However, what I didn't appreciate, fam, is the need for VP and TEMI to be calling this mythical woman that they had this scenario around, but calling her a slut. Why?
and
Why are you calling her a slut?
flagrantly using the word as well.
Because
Slut.
Yeah.
I was angry
a lot.
at the thought. Is that not fair? I had to put myself in the shoes of a man who has been cheated on. And that person...
So is a woman an instant slut for stepping out? A slut?
Am I not a slut if I step out?
But that might not, that's never afforded to you guys. Don't try it.
Okay.
Yeah. You were using the word flagrantly.
Okay.
You just and also, why would she be a slut?
Yeah.
You said you wanted a long-term affair,
Yes.
not just a one. I would say slutism
When did
comes
I
under
say
the
it?
one
One-night
night
stand.
standisms.
That's when I called her a slut.
But it was the venom that you was using the
went-
word.
It was for effect.
You went slut.
Yeah. I tend to exaggerate on the pod, you know? We're podding, you know?
And to the camera,
Perfect.
to all the sluts out there, do you have anything to say?
We love you. Everybody has a purpose.
Oh, shit.
A slutty purpose. But let's get into the discussion. That
Yes,
was
yeah.
rap on your wrist. But for real, is she a slut for cheating? Like, that aside, then would you rather an affair than
I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
take, That
Yeah,
both of
I
you,
did.
you and Fred. Well,
Yeah.
I expect Fred.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, Fred's mad.
Yeah.
But I was surprised that you would be like, I would want the affair over a one-nighter. A one-nighter you can forgive, and you should want to forgive. Like that
I
should.
should want to.
Yeah.
But that was my whole point. It's like,
You said no, because that would make it easier for me to forgive.
yeah, exactly. I know myself. I'm probably
And I
gonna go
want to
back.
leave. That's
Yeah. So to make life easier on myself, give me the worst. Because then I know the decision's easy.
to just go.
To just
if
go.
she has an affair.
Yes.
Like
I said in that clip, I don't want heartache. I want destruction. Because heartache is it's painful for a long time. Do you know what I mean? Like,
And then
have
you
to
still
live
got
with
her
it.
there. Like,
Yeah,
she
but you
wants you.
always want-
You know, sometimes they say it can make a relationship better.
That's
I've
very
heard
true.
that before.
It's very.
So
You're not
I don't want to find out.
Wait. Hold on, wait. So you'd forgive after an affair? You're like, babe, I understand.
No. After an affair,
It's
He's
He's
over.
not forgiving
It's
at
done.
all.
okay. So and a one night stand's not happening either.
one night stand it's possible to forgive, but
Okay.
we have to look at all of the variables in play. How was I treating her? What was the reason why she felt she needed to do
those
this?
questions also apply to an affair.
Exactly.
Yeah, but at least then I know that I'm not good enough for you.
That's not necessarily true.
That's not always true.
I
And
think
This sounds
I-
very defeatist.
I'd rather that.
I aware as women we sound very forgiving
Yeah.
to our mythical slut sister that you called her.
Sorry for calling you a slut,
Yeah.
you person out there.
You're an imaginary person out there.
You slack.
I kind of said it before. I feel like it depends on the circumstance.
scenario.
Like we all want to say, "I'd leave if you cheat on me. I'm done."
Yes,
But it just,
It's not always true.
it's not always true.
Yeah, no, it's not always true. Even though, like, I'm saying that I'd rather an affair, it doesn't necessarily mean that I would definitely leave.
Yeah.
Like you said, like it might have been a rocky period in our relationship.
Yeah.
You've been stepping out during this whole period, and I happen to find out when things are good. Do you know what I mean?
There's that too.
There's that. So it's like, okay, cool. Are you still having the affair? Now things are good. If the answer's no, then all right, cool.
Yeah.
We were on a break, Ross and Rachel. do you know what I mean? Like,
Debatable, and they were actually on a break.
They
Like they
were.
really
so
were.
there are ways around
Yeah.
it, but obviously, when you're podding, it's like, you know, I'm gonna go to the extreme so you can think of it from this perspective.
No, that makes sense.
And
Yeah.
it's our job to do that.
It's our job to do that because everybody was so narrow-minded in, oh, that's crazy. How can you want that? Have you even thought about it?
No, people. But why do men take it so hard? Why do men take it so hard when women cheat, or even the mere thought of a woman cheating? But
It's like
they're
it
so
sends you guys into a cold sweat.
Yeah,
Like you just see it on people's faces.
And what-
Just the
yeah,
mere
I had a guy once say to me, "It's because
Oh yeah.
woman is the one who is receiving.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
something is entering the woman.
Yeah.
Whereas with a man, you're doing the entering, so it's not so bad.
It's so weird.
That's
So
stupid.
straight.
yeah.
Stupid.
And that
That's
is what
not
I
the
thought.
reason for me.
That's a
And that is
common-
what I
common-
thought
it
when
is.
they said it. But that's that's the thing.
I hear it, but for me, it's more so. You said you weren't in the mood on Monday.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, how is it that you weren't in the mood on Monday, but on Tuesday,
You was
You're
all
taking
go.
big wood.
Interesting.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's going on here?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? It's not about.
What's happening?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not about emotion. Lots of guys, it's always like they think that for some reason they don't believe that women can have a one night stand and forget about it. They don't believe a woman can just fuck a man and not get emotionally attached. Maybe there haven't been enough women demonstrating this ability.
Yeah, there hasn't.
Yeah,
that
maybe
too.
there's that.
Because definitely, I used to think that. I used to think if a woman's having intercourse with you, she loves you.
Oh man, this is what you lot get. So
But that's how we were when we were younger. Especially me. I've always been like a serial relationship person.
Okay.
So I'm only doing it with people I'm in a relationship
Okay.
with
Okay.
until like after uni, and I discovered, oh, you lot just like it as well. Oh,
Okay, that's
do,
fair.
do you know what I mean? So before that, it was like,
So did you really believe that we just only?
if you're in love.
Oh wow.
Oh wow. Okay.
I grew up on Disney. I was very like, ask Tem, like,
Was you in the church?
I'm there.
Play the drums.
No. You do look
like a drummer.
I can see the drums.
Is it the glasses? Glasses like a drum.
Oh no, you did Superman. This is what I really look. Don't Clark Kent me. Okay.
Like you totally could be
Yeah.
in the church on the
listen to
drums.
No, I didn't play the drums.
Keyboard.
Nah, he's not a keyboard guy. He's not a keyboard guy. If we did the group, yeah, no, Fred's on the bass.
Yeah.
No, you're on drums. Thames is on the bass, and then Fred's definitely on the keys.
Keyboards, yeah.
Yeah, Fred's definitely on the keys.
Okay.
Tem
I
looks
don't
like he
know.
plays the bass.
I can see Fred on the drums because it's just like.
No, there's something about the. It's the
You just don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I hear it. But yeah, guys, we can have fun without falling in love.
absolutely.
Yeah. Of course. I'm a lot older now.
Yes.
You know, I still say immature things, but like I said, we're podding. Like, honestly,
I hear it.
it's like when they say stand-up comics. I know it's like they can say anything.
Yeah.
Podcasters can't, but we can a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, I think
Push it a bit more.
Yeah.
A little bit. I
Yeah.
think we can.
Yeah, we can. But the sentiment was there, and it was an interesting place. The conversation was very interesting and fascinating. You just said slut one too many times.
I didn't realize I said it that many times. I thought I
You
said
didn't
it
really. I
once.
think you said it once or
Yeah.
Body.
We too are exaggerating.
You see how it works? It's good. You made it better.
My enemy of progress is David Lammy.
Boo.
Flog him! Flog him! Flog him!
Shame.
Absolutely. So after 19 months of genocide in Palestine, he now wants to come forward and act like he knew this has been wrong the whole time because they've been denying them food for the last 11 weeks. So here he's joined forces with Canada, France.
This weekend, the Israeli Defense Force started a new extensive ground operation throughout Gaza, Operation Gideon's Chariot. 5 Israeli divisions are now operating there. Prime Minister Netanyahu says that they're going to take control of the Strip, letting only minimal amounts of food reach Gazans. Madam Deputy Speaker, I quote Mr. Netanyahu. He says, just enough to prevent hunger. Fewer than 10 trucks entered Gaza yesterday. The UN and the World Health Organization have issued stark warnings of the threat of starvation hanging over hundreds of thousands of civilians. Madam Deputy Speaker, this is abominable. Civilians in Gaza, facing starvation, homelessness, trauma, desperate for this war to end, now confront renewed bombardment, new displacement, and new suffering. And the remaining hostages, kept apart from their loved ones by Hamas for almost 600 days, are now at heightened risk from the war around them. Madam Deputy Speaker, 2 months ago, the ceasefire collapsed. Since then, the humanitarian catastrophe has rapidly intensified. For 11 weeks, Israeli forces have blockaded Gaza, leaving the World Food Programme without any remaining stocks. Israel has repeatedly struck hospitals, with 3 more hospitals in northern Gaza ceasing operations this weekend. Yet more aid workers and medical workers have been killed. After last year proved the deadliest year on record for humanitarian personnel, the diplomatic deadlock between Israel and Hamas has sadly also hardened. Despite the efforts of the United States, Qatar, and Egypt, which we of course support, no ceasefire has emerged. We repeat our demand that Hamas release all the hostages immediately and unconditionally, and reiterate that they cannot continue to run Gaza. Madam Deputy Speaker, we are now entering a dark new phase in this conflict. Netanyahu's government is planning to drive Gazans from their homes into a corner of the Strip to the south and permit them a fraction of the aid that they need. Yesterday, Minister Smodrick even spoke of Israeli forces cleansing Gaza, destroying what's left of residents, Palestinians, being relocated, he said, to third countries. We must call this what it is. It is extremism. It is dangerous. It is repellent. It is monstrous, and I condemn it in the strongest possible terms.
And basically, they're saying they're going to stop trade conversations with Israel until food enters Palestine. Mm-hmm. He was in Question Time, not Question Time, but in Parliament. But it wasn't Prime Minister because it was him and Preeti Patel going back and forth. Oh, God, and he had the cheek to say to Preeti Patel, you should just admit they've done wrong. Why can't you say it? And I'm like, hold on, brother. You ain't been saying shit. In fact, didn't you get on a plane that was paid for by us and go there and lord it up and do all this stuff and invite these people here? And now all of a sudden, because you realise that people are dying from starvation, man-made starvation, you're now thinking, oh, the tide is turning. Mm-hmm. Maybe I need to act differently.
Yeah.
Don't act like you ain't been involved in this thing. And why are you only doing you're stopping negotiation? Like you should be stopping conversation, stopping sharing, selling arms. You should be stopping all of those things. There should be sanctions. So you're in the bin because you're not convincing us. I'm not convinced by you. You're a punk and a dirty one at that. He's a dirty punk.
See, that's interesting because I didn't know the previous works. So me seeing this, I'm like, yeah, you go.
No. No.
You know what? That's how the media has been.
They have
like, this has come from nowhere. It's been very interesting. People being like, oh my God, David Lammy, he's stepping up to the plate. And it's like, bro, it wasn't that long ago. He was doing all the bits. He was begging favor with them. He was praising them. He was saying that it's okay what they're doing. They are legitimate in this war against Hamas. Now you want to start being like, it's heinous. This is a crime.
It's abhorrent.
It was. He was using words.
He was using words.
Because I kind of was like, all right, how's he? Who is David Lammy? Is he navigating? Is he trying to ting? Or is it now? Is he just a turncoat? Because I was just trying to understand, like, what he was saying sounded quite, as you said, quite forceful, quite, okay, we're going to do this now. And I wondered, you could welcome onto the chair, David, to know if he was like playing along to finally get his moment to say, no, this is what's happening and now he's stepping to the front, or is he still being puppeted?
I think he's trying to avoid jail.
This is the same. I think he's trying to avoid jail. This is the same man, who when they were voting, before Labour Party came into government, when they were having a vote to talk about ceasefire and stuff like that, he said, remember SNP wanted to bring something forward. He stood in Parliament and he said, I'm not voting that way because it's going to affect the next election. People are fucking dying. You're talking about the next election. No, he's not a puppet. He wants
he's a puppet,
this.
but
He's a paid puppet, is what he is. He's been accepting it, but because there is now the real thing of you might actually go to jail for this, you're going to have to go and talk to people in The Hague. You're going to have to go up and
be held accountable.
Be held accountable. Now you want to talk some talk.
Basically, before the tide actually officially changes, like, they know there's always that cusp when the world leaders now have to get on board and be like, actually, this is all really bad. But he didn't mention anything about all of their military strategy has come from the UK. You didn't say you're not giving them any more drones to go over Gaza and to say this is where you can bomb and all of that. So he needs that hard line. And then I'll be like, all right, the tide has properly changed. For me, this is lip service.
In his same
Strong
speech,
lip service, but
in his same speech, he went on to say, he ended his speech by saying, we still want to be extremely friendly with Israel. We still, we still hold their, we still believe in their values that they formed in their independence. Do you forget how they became independent in the first place? It's called the Nakba, and there was the 77th anniversary of that on Saturday. Are you mad? You're not fooling no one, David Lammy. You're not fooling anybody. Yeah, you're still going to
I'll be real.
I mean, if you're not, because if you don't follow all the way, that speech, it was like, oh, I'm David and all that stuff, and he could be gearing to position himself.
So is this like more like self-preservation sort of?
I feel
self-preservation, and actually nothing. There's no action here. They haven't stopped doing anything. They're just saying we'll stop conversations for now about trade, but you're still selling weapons. You're still, the RAF are still flying over and, like Nana said, telling them what to do and where to bomb. That's still happening. People are still dying every day. Like there's 14,000 babies at risk of starvation as we sit here.
And there's 500,000 people just generally not getting aid or resources at all. And they've got all the aid trucks there.
The aid trucks are
there.
backed up.
They're just sitting there and they're not allowed to do anything.
So they sent in 5 trucks the other day. Do you know that 2 of those trucks had shrouds? And what the shrouds are is when people die, it's what they put them in. 2 out of the 5 trucks had shrouds. Come on now.
It's crazy.
It's nuts.
Standing
there giving lip
we will
service.
see. I mean, Pretty. I can't stand Pretty Patel.
She's always in the bit.
It's the optics of it all.
Of the brown people.
And the black people going back and forth. It's like, we're just like, oh my God,
it's like
they're playing chess. They're just playing chess moves and they put in all of the coloured folk to be arguing amongst themselves. And it's like, literally, Israel wouldn't be what it is now if it wasn't for the British being like, you can have this land. And it's always the British.
Always.
I mean, don't underestimate this little island. Its tentacles are long and strong.
Facts.
I would love David Lammy to come on though. Just to. I would love David Lammy to come in.
I would, because I would like
just get gunned a little bit.
Yeah, like come on, let's challenge.
Maybe he needs to get gunned like properly.
Yeah.
Well,
You know, like because in Parliament it's all very
I don't know if
the right honourable man thinks that he's onto something, and we'd be like, "No, you're a pussy, Get me? Like, that's kind of what he needs. But a real
definitely invite you on, David.
Yeah.
And I think you should have a
Come and have
chat
a
with
seat.
the real people.
Yeah. It would be good. All right.
Who's your
I'm
enemy?
going to start with my enemy has been all over TikTok and it's pissing me off. It's white gingers running on this train that they're black. And I find it so annoying, the whole conversation. I know it's a joke, but it really pisses me off. It's just like, oh, so we're invited to the cookout now. It's just so...
The internet is still going crazy, people.
I've been grinding outside all day with my gingers. And I ain't going in unless it's with my ginger, my ginger, my ginger.
My ginger, my ginger. Fully dark if you love drum and bass and say Bumbleclot. Bumbleclot. All jokes aside, what a beautiful trend. What a beautiful trend. Listen, I don't think I've seen one ginger person not embracing it. You understand? It's a beautiful thing, man. Out of all the trends that go around, out of all the things that can go viral, people, this is a beautiful thing, man. It's unity, regardless whatever you think. You know what I'm saying? It's unity.
Why are gingers now considered black people? I am going to give you all the reasons as to why, based on my own research. However, a quick disclaimer before we begin, I'm in no way comparing what black people have to experience to redheads because it is just not the same. These are some definite similarities we both face. Starting off, the way that we are very similar is people unprovoked will be on the street, someone called Kelly wanting to touch our hair. This happens to redheads. It also happens to black people. Number 2, underrepresentation. I never had a Barbie doll growing up who looked like me. There rarely anyone in the media who looked like me. This is experience that redheads face, but also black people. Number 3, the outcast. Now, me as a child, I felt like I never belonged. I always felt like I was the odd one out. I feel like that is a feeling that redheads often face, but also black people. Number 4, history. Redheads were often hated in history purely on our hair colour, and this is evident from redheads, but also black people. And finally, the sexualization of redheads is crazy. I was 11 years old, walking home from school, having questions asked about my pubic hair. Crazy. This happens to redheads, but it also happens to black people. Now,
it's jarring. It's not, and you're not. It's not real. If any of you gingers are thinking that now you are black, you're not.
I didn't actually know it was a thing. So there was a video that I saw where it was like a ginger man and his kids, and they're like, "Oh, beautiful black family." Going to school or something like that.
Who said that?
It was the caption.
That was the caption.
My little black queens, have a good day at school. Give me a kiss. Oh. Have a good day. Ginger excellence at its finest. Let's go, girls. My little.
Over TikTok. I was like, what's going on? But then I thought, okay, maybe they're mixed or something. Like, I had no clue what was going on. Then I saw another one and it was like, ginger is the N-word spelt in different ways and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, so this is a whole thing where they're... Because apparently the gingers were the... Can I say niggas?
Are you one?
They are the N-words of the whites. That's what they say.
The Irish and the gingers.
Yes. Yeah.
They do get persecuted. And they do, there is some genetics in their melanin deposits that can be kind of closely related to how
they say
black
that
people are melanated.
They're the nearest white people to us.
Yes.
That's what they say.
But they're not.
But they're not
black.
You're not black. And I had a conversation with a girl who, because gingerhead people, what is it? Ginger people, gingerhead people. What is...
It's just their hair.
Just their hair.
They're not a race.
No. I don't mean that. But I mean, is it like what else? Obviously their hair, but then some of them have got heavy freckles and all that type of stuff.
Still ginger hair.
It's still ginger. Like black people got freckles.
It's just annoying. But anyway, she had
black
really
people are ginger.
Yeah, you got black
ginger.
ginger. You have got black ginger.
There are black
you are black gingers. She had really thick, and a lot of ginger people have lots of very thick, lovely hair. As a hairdresser, I always notice it. It's very lovely, thick hair that they have. So we had a conversation. I said to the guy, "Oh my God, your hair's so nice." She goes, "Yeah, it's been a burden." And she's only just learned to embrace it, and she's in her 20s now. And she said, but growing up, she hated it. And then she had all the persecution. She had all the things. And the stories that she was telling me, I was like, wow. And immediately I was like, yeah, this is, I didn't say it out loud. I didn't want to give her that entry into the barbecue. But I was like, it is the bullying that she got, the exclusion that she got, the ostracization that she got was similar to what people of colour get.
I
just don't think it needs to be that. That's your struggle, but it doesn't align you with the what we had. You weren't enslaved. You weren't colonized.
Yeah. You're still white.
You're still white.
You know.
You can dye your hair.
You can't dye. And you can still be racist and all.
Yeah, and they were. They were. Remember you?
Listen.
Yeah.
With what happened? So do you remember when Halle Bailey was named Ariel? Right?
Yeah.
People were going mad. How dare they pick a black woman? No gingers were coming out and saying, oh, actually, well, maybe they might have been some. But they weren't coming out and saying, oh, actually, it's fine because she's like us. Like, they weren't coming out and saying that.
Yeah.
So,
they were vexed that her red hair.
They were saying the red-haired person should have got that job.
They were like, we get persecuted. This is one time for representation. They were not in solidarity with us. A mermaid.
Okay.
But I do want a conversation with white people. I want to watch one. They don't have to come here. But why do they have? Why are they affronted by ginger hair?
It's ginger hair.
It's just the colour of hair. I want to see them chat to each other.
But if it's that melanin thing that you said, that the genetic makeup that they can like, you're because you don't hate brunettes. We know you love a blonde. You know that's something like your.
But blonde ain't too far off a ginger.
Exactly, because you get strawberry blonde.
I was like, so I'm like on the chart scale. Why would you be like that colour? No. We don't like, but that one we do.
I think it's jealousy.
Like blonde people can have freckles and stuff.
Yeah.
I need to see them talking about it. Like what's going on with you guys? Like,
but you know their shit don't make no sense.
Anyway,
is it like
racism don't make. I was just about to say that, Nans.
Yeah,
I was about to say that.
Is that their colorism?
That's their colorism.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is.
It is. That's their colorism. Don't make no sense, innit?
It's like when like you had royalty and it's like you needed the blue blood, so you needed to show your veins and all that. So you could be as pale as possible.
Yeah.
That's why they had umbrellas and that.
Maybe.
And that's why they used to sleep with each other.
Exactly, so that they can have that sort of skin tone. There's colorism in there.
It is.
There is. You have to be as pale as pale.
It comes
The pale and
from
blonde.
them. What do you mean? Like the colorism, all of it shit, it comes from them.
They're really pale, but that's the change now.
Is it too pale?
Maybe.
No,
I think it's
I
the
don't
colour
think
of
it's
the
too
hair,
pale.
man.
I think it's the hair. It's the hair.
I need to see them talking about
and the
it.
ginger freckles.
People
I don't get it.
allegedly they didn't even like what's her face, Queen of
Fergie.
No, well they didn't like Fergie, but they
Queen
didn't
Charlotte.
like Elizabeth I.
Oh, that's the one. She was ginger. That's it.
Oh, is it?
Charlotte was
yes,
black.
I remember her hair. Yeah,
Charlotte was black.
Allegedly.
Charlotte was black.
Yeah, Queen Charlotte was black.
Yeah.
Well, she was a Moor.
Mixed race.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I never.
They had a
knew this.
niece. She was a niece of the
Yeah, she was one of
Victoria.
the Moors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Look,
I'm
you're
learning
learning stuff.
Aunties teaching.
like it here.
None of that's a clip.
And that's it. That's all it's going to All right. I'm going to bring it back.
Okay.
There's a site called Are We Dating the Same Guy? Have you seen it? Are you on it?
I hope not.
That would be jokes.
Wild.
So basically, that site, it helps women find... First of all, I think its initial creation was to help women who want to be aware of men who are abusive. So it's good cause, good intention.
Okay.
And look, you know what? Is he? Do you know of him? What's his backstory? But I think it's got a little bit left because it's evolved now to just like find out if this man's a cheater or not. Like, are you dating him? So it's got to be a bit more pop culture with it all. But what's been happening recently is like guys are doing their own kind of social media PSAs, like women, let's leave us alone, yeah. But one guy in particular was like, I'm on all of them. I'm on all the sites to find out whether I'm on it, and I've seen myself on all of them. But yeah, I'm logged in on all of them. You're shitting on yourself. You're telling on yourself, you dickhead. And he's like, well, you guys, you girls out there trying to get me, but I'm smart because I'm on it. But you're not smart because you're on them. And you definitely need to be on them. You don't sound like you're telling the truth. It sounds like you've got a harem of women. Exactly. And you're vexed because you're getting caught.
Stupid. He was like,
so dumb.
I've got access to 3 different accounts. How do you have access to 3 different accounts? That sounds like 3 different girlfriends.
And then another guy was like, these times now they might meet, which I understand what he was saying, but he's still sounding foolish. They might meet.
He did say something that was good though.
Yeah, remember, I can't remember what he said, but what he did say was like, you might meet good mood me, you might meet bad mood me.
He
doesn't
was
mean to say.
bantering, though.
No, he wasn't.
He was a comedian.
He meant it. I don't care. He meant it. I don't care.
For the sake
He
of this
meant it.
conversation, he meant it.
He meant it.
Let's cook. Yeah.
Basically.
This is what
I I mean it. He means it.
He said, just because we had one date and we went out a few times.
Yeah.
Reaper, that is hilarious. I found that very funny.
He was funny.
He was being silly. But yeah.
But that first guy, that was like, I was like, bro, this is hilarious. Like, I do not understand a man that has enough time to be on 3 different fake accounts to be checking women's group chats.
He's like knowing that you're cheating because you blatantly are. There's no way he's not cheating because why do you feel so bait and suspicious?
That was funny to me.
He was a bait cheater.
And he had a Dell laptop. Sorry to the Dell users. I was like, Rob, boy, that's a work laptop.
That is a work laptop.
And you're using your work laptop.
It is. I have not bought a laptop in about 20 years.
And it's
because I
Dell.
just use the work laptop.
Yeah.
Always
And you're mixing business and pleasure. Relax.
Yeah. Well, he's mixing loads.
Yeah.
Like, that isn't all he's mixing. Like,
but okay, and also, do you think these sites? Let's take the seriousness of the use, but do you think it's okay to go up on a site and look for someone's
absolutely? It's an essential.
What?
It's doing a service.
The Lord's work.
The Lord's work is being done in those sites. When you've been dating some dude for 3 months and your instincts are like, nah, he's a little bit off. He's a little bit off. And you put it in one of these sites, and then Cheryl, who lives 2 miles down the road, is like, that's my man, Jim. And then they're like, no, he told me his name is Sean. And there are guys that get found out and they could have been the Tinder swindler.
Yeah.
So they're being exposed faster. As they say, there's no hiding your man. It's stupid when girls do that.
Yeah.
Put the picture up as soon as possible. Let the internet know this is who I'm dating. For the girl who is also dating him to be like, I'm dating him. And then you can hash it out.
None of that. Putting a thumb over the picture of your man.
No emojis.
Yeah.
Let the world know
who
to do this.
I hate that.
That stuff
So
is
you had a visceral reaction to like, no, that should not happen.
Yeah, because I don't understand why you need to do that. I feel like if you already have a funny feeling about this person, follow that feeling sometimes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
that
like,
is following
I don't
the feeling.
need to go no, because that is now doing too much. You love this man clearly, and you want to make this work. Because otherwise, why do you like? You shouldn't care enough.
I don't want to sack him off.
I can't lie. I'm kind of with you.
Okay.
I always feel like it's like when girls say, "Oh, I went through my man's phone." If I got to go through your phone, it's over, innit? Like I'm not on that shit. If I feel like I've got to start like following you and like something,
yeah, true.
Like, the relationship must be done. The trust is no longer there, innit? So I feel like
I hear a CRB check, but it's like on the internet.
That's
it's
on the
crazy.
internet.
You don't even
It's
know who your
different to be
enemies
like,
are.
oh, so where
Because
you from?
Cheryl down the road could be your enemy. She's been hating on you for time.
Cheryl down the road could want your man and be saying
Exactly.
that, like,
so as soon as she saw him, she's like, yeah, this is my opportunity. I'm going to ruin it. Like, so now your man said,
Now
I
you're
don't even
mine.
know her. And you don't believe it because Cheryl told you. Come on, man. Like,
No,
you
but
don't
I
even
mean,
know Cheryl.
wait.
We need evidence. Like,
okay, there needs to be. Listen, I don't think I'm gonna, because I think even it's just the shame. Imagine if you put the picture up, 30 likes, 40 likes, 50 likes, comments. Yeah. Then you feel like an egg. I don't want this shame first and foremost.
Yeah, that's
well,
too
like
much.
everybody was dating.
And,
the guy.
and I'm like, oh my god, what kind of girl am I? So there's that.
Oh,
I
no,
wouldn't like the
you just got
embarrassment.
duped. That's all that happened.
You know, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassment. It's embarrassing. I don't want the embarrassment. However, I don't think it's. If you feel like you need to do it to get some confirmation, sometimes it's all right. Let the shits fall because you know what, men? Stop doing it.
You got
Be
air
more
it.
honest.
You got air it.
mad because whilst I do feel like I'm being honest. Whilst I do feel like if you're gonna do that, it's done. But then there's when you're in it and you also have the feeling and you don't act on it, and then
Yeah, because sometimes you're feeling it's that feeling, and you're like, I'm gonna figure it out, and I don't. And even down because I've not picked up a man's phone and gone through the phone. I remember when a man handed me his phone, and all I saw was a Google for a restaurant, and I'm like, that's all I saw. He Googled for a restaurant, and I was like, I ain't heard him say, let's go to this restaurant. I ain't heard him say, when are we going to this restaurant? We ain't never been to this restaurant. So in my mind, I was like, and then we broke up not long after, and he had a girl.
See?
And I just knew.
To that restaurant.
I don't know if they
Well,
went to
he
that
was
restaurant.
Googling
He was
to take
restaurant.
somebody to the
so he was
restaurant.
trying to figure out dates to take her, but had got very complacent with me. Yeah. And I could have.
That's funny. Sorry.
It's not funny.
Like you're paid, but I am.
You
but
are.
It's like the fact that that Google search was enough for you to be like,
Yeah. That's
And I was right.
instinct.
My instinct was right.
That is very good
It doesn't take
instincts.
a lot, yeah.
That is incredible instincts.
There was a guy that proposed to a girl at a concert recently and it went viral. Somebody was filming them. He had been proposing to women up and down America. And because it went viral, then there were other girls being like, he proposed to me 3 months ago, he's a deadbeat. So this new fiance, she's thinking, I found a winner. He's a dirty bungle. So sometimes you need to expose people.
Oh, talk to your man then.
There's some strange people.
Don't say strange. There are a lot of men that do a lot of madness when it comes to girl. Come on, let's
I'm here
go.
to defend all men.
Go on. We are here
Not
to.
all like this. Some of us are, you know,
What's the
good
percentage?
people.
What's the percentage in your
Of good men?
Yeah, in your opinion.
Oh, if I go by my
Your circle.
my circle, 95%.
How many of them are single?
Not a lot. I think 2.
Can you? What's their name?
Is it even 2 anymore? Nah. In fact, in the group
Be
chat,
careful because you just said 95. You didn't say 100.
I know, but it might actually have to go to 100 at this point.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking in the group chat, one of them that doesn't really speak that much, I think he's still single.
Is he a strong, brooding, silent type?
No, he's not. But the rest of them are actually probably in relationships. Everybody's having babies.
Okay, that's cute.
Everybody's getting married.
But let's talk about society-wide because
But I don't care about what they're doing.
No, but we do because as
Yeah, I
black
know.
women, the representation of black men is very negative right now.
It is.
It's in the spin right now.
Yeah.
So we need to understand why. And what are you doing about
That's why
it?
90s baby.
Listen to you. What are you doing about it?
They're waving the flag. Married men.
They are waving the flag for married men who are responsible
Don't put
fathers
words in his mouth.
They've got
and partners.
Girl.
That's what they
You know
are
when they
doing.
say when they ask a
Not
man.
all men.
You know when they say when they ask a man a question and all the women jump in the chat. That's what you lot did.
Yeah, no,
just
but
gave
I
it-
prefer that.
No, I want you to stand on your platform and
but
say,
for real, like, on our platform,
Yeah.
you just look at us, 3 married men with kids, like
it.
a family,
Yeah.
homeowners,
Love
dog
it.
owners. Like, we are family men.
That's very
So for us, when we're seeing what's going on out there, we're like, couldn't be us.
Yeah, I hear it.
I have a clue what's wrong with them.
Yeah.
But like we were talking about it the other day, and we were talking about like the generation that's coming up now is a generation of naughty steps. That like the naughty step kids, like they didn't get beat, they didn't get real trouble. Like,
Oh yeah,
Real.
the
go
Time
sit
out.
in the corner.
Time out.
They're- Them talk, so them they're free. They're like the worst thing that's gonna happen is I'm gonna have to go sit over there, and that could be sit over there in jail. Sit over there in the streets, like wherever. It's like, yeah, that's the
No
worst that can
consequences.
happen. No real consequences. So for us, we're like, that doesn't. Like, I don't even really understand what's going on over there.
Okay.
I don't even like to see it. My timeline's not filled with this. Like, you showed me this whole.
Oh, so it's my fault.
No, honestly, I would have never known about this site unless you
Your
showed
phone's
me.
going to pick up on all this now.
Yeah.
Your algorithm.
Yeah, you're going to get served. the girlies doing their rants of, I was seeing Stuart and now he's with Mary.
Yeah.
It was out of order.
To be
Put
fair,
him on
I'd
the
never
side.
seen that site before until this came up on.
Oh,
our
no,
algorithm.
it's all over Facebook.
I knew about the abuse ones and things like that, but I never thought. And it's not something that I don't know. Is it a black girl thing? Because I saw lots of white people.
Oh, no, there were a lot of
American
when
ones
it
or-
started going viral, I did join 2 on Facebook. But
So is you.
research purposes. It's just research purposes.
Did you
They're
post
fun.
anybody?
No. I'm just watching the fallout of shit. It's actually jokes. There's so many, like they get millions of people. The majority of people in there are observers. You're
Just watching.
You're in there for shits and gigs. Like literally, it's just banter.
It's a reality show.
Yeah.
And they'll put the person up. Some guys, you're like, come on. And then you see the girl and you're like, of course you're 1 of 10.
Yeah.
Like, you were...
No.
I'm just saying, it's like you were punching, getting him. Like, obviously. It's the truth.
This is it.
Do you know that you said like sometimes you say some outrageous shit?
Yes.
That's her.
Yeah, I know. I love it.
No. I'm just saying, it's just jokes. You're like, obviously, he's going to have a few girls. Like, we know
it's like, do you know what? To be fair, I knew someone that was like, but it didn't go like that. But she just really was punching and really was like, yeah, I don't understand why he doesn't like me.
I mean, if he likes you partially,
I could no.
I mean, you don't say it to her. I mean, I'm not that
say it.
evil.
I just had to be like, well, I don't know. Actually, I can't.
No, you can say if you
what
like
can I say?
him.
If okay, I'm not even gonna put me.
So
in
I
it.
come with some.
No, but I can't.
Man.
Yeah, because you're a hunk of a man, and you damn right can get a hunk of a man. You're hot.
Oh.
No, we can't put ourselves.
You see, with the friends and that, you know, they're all friendly.
All right, let's say there was a
I've got
Butters
another
out
question
there.
for you.
There was a Butters.
On that note,
yeah, there was a Butters, and we know her. She's a
Okay.
yeah. And she brings the
There was a
stud.
Butters.
Yeah, she's a Butters. Yeah,
A Butters is.
But do you know? Are you too young for butters?
Everybody knows
Do you know
about
what
Butters
we used to say butters.
No Butters.
Oh.
Like,
You
come
say
on,
it.
that's
No, I thought like.
No, I'm just saying to say A Butters.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's what we used to.
Yeah.
We all
Yeah,
know
we used to say. Yeah, we know
You
about
know, a couple
butters.
Butters.
Yeah. Do you know the butters?
Don't lie now.
Everyone knows a couple of Butters.
Everyone knows a couple of butters.
They might be. They might not be butters anymore because you know, like as you get older,
They glow up.
Yeah, they
like, glow up.
That's what I was gonna say. I knew that one guy in particular, it was like general consensus.
Wow.
But I seen him. He's glowed up.
Yeah.
Like,
It happens though.
Yeah, you come
find
out
out
at
what
that
cream
stage.
means
That's
and
it.
how to get
Moisturiser.
trim. Yeah.
But when they're in that butter stage and they manage to, in some way, become like the side piece to somebody who you know is just using them as a side piece, you gotta be like, well, if you like him and he's giving you one day a week, one evening a week, I don't think that's that bad for a Butters because you're getting experience.
Oh my god!
I just don't think it's that bad a thing. So I'm not gonna say
You're literally saying you're lucky for butters. You're like, you're lucky you're getting that.
you're getting experience with somebody.
She said you get what you get. You can't get upset. That's crazy.
I'm just saying, it's just like
grateful.
So what's the solution here? Like, so what do you mean? Like,
Glow up.
So you
Suck
you
it up
use
and
that
just-
as like training grounds,
Yeah.
like, you know, and then you're gonna work on yourself, and then you're gonna find your.
what will you
person.
say to that person? You'll
Do
say,
you like him? Yeah, I like him, but I only see him one day a week. I think you should be cool with the one day a week. Is what you
I do you know how funny this is. Hey, nah, I love this. I
think that is the truth of the advice that we should
she
be
spoke Buttersley as well.
She did the whole time. I'm Quasimodo.
No, I can't.
I'm lucky he comes round and I kiss him.
Fuck you, guy, for doing that to her. But also, is he out of order? Because I have actually heard a guy say, yeah, I just, because, you know, I go for the ugly ones because I know that I'm giving them a little bit of joy in their life.
Oh shit.
That was. We know who that person is. Back in the college days, someone did that. Was saying them things there.
who that is.
community service. I think it's
Nana!
Is that okay?
I mean, yeah.
Do you know
it's
guys
okay.
that did that back in the day?
No, I don't know guys that did that back in the day. But
No?
I do think, you know, if that's what you feel to do, like, for example, I used to go out the way to talk to the people that didn't have lots of friends in class.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So if you're going out the way to, you know, that's a nice thing to do.
What, as in females or
Anyone.
anyone?
Yeah,
oh, you
yeah,
were just
yeah.
being nice.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Just
very
being
lovely.
nice.
Yeah,
yes.
but that's the same way. Like,
just
if you're saying
But then is it
this
not a
person
bit?
might not get a lot of sex,
So I'm going to do that.
I'm going to provide them with
Knowing that I'm
some
not going to
sex.
have her out in daylight, going to only go in midnight to her house, under the dark, under the sheets, get quickly out, let her know that, yeah, babe, don't tell no one.
Yeah.
Going to say all those
I
things.
feel like the guys that did that I know, they took advantage of those girls.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They blatantly
Yeah.
took advantage
Yeah.
of those girls.
But did they receive as well?
What? Did they? Are you saying did they come?
Did they benefit?
I don't.
Did they have an orgasm? That's all right. And they, because you know, those, like, because they're-
as I said, I think they took advantage.
I think they
of
took
those
advantage because that's not community service if you're taking and then knowing that you're going to break that dependent person's heart. 'Cause I think guys can sometimes seek out that.
Are they lying to the girls? Because that's different. If you're telling the girl, listen, I don't find you that attractive, but we could do this.
What
thing,
guy
you know?
says that? No guy says that to
No
their
one
face.
says that.
No, you don't.
No.
No, all right,
that's
so
not true.
You don't have to be that honest, but you can be like, you know, you're not my girlfriend.
Yes.
Yes.
Guys say that all the time.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Is that taking advantage?
But then, but if you know that, if a guy knows that the girl's got the insecurities and he knows that this girl ain't getting nothing from no one else and she's been lucky to get it from me, even he knows that in the process.
Yeah.
That is taking advantage because you know that girl is latching on for dear life.
Is she not also taking advantage then? Like, if she is struggling,
who has the upper hand?
But
I hear it.
I'm just asking. I'm asking who does have the upper hand?
She does, man.
She has the
Because
upper
at
hand.
the end of the day, she wasn't. I'm vibing with Nana here, yeah. Because it needs to be 2 on 2. This is what I'm saying about when I point. I might not necessarily believe everything I'm saying, but come on, man.
I think it's fair.
You think, who's got the power? You're saying she's got the power.
I'm saying she's got the power.
It's helping her
because she's dangling this over his head.
What's she dangling? What's she dangling?
Out us and say you sleep with the butters, bro.
He's got to carry on doing it. There's leverage.
No, but that's not because she will get bun. Like everyone will turn. Because Mandem will do solidarity and turn on her. They'll roast the guy.
They'll start calling her a slut.
Yes, they will use the S word.
It doesn't work out for the guy.
It doesn't.
If it comes out that he was doing things with a butter.
Not in that exact position. No. But I've been there where I've slept with somebody who wasn't conventionally
aesthetically correct.
And it doesn't go back on her. It goes all on me. Yeah. Like, right,
but hold on, but don't the Mandem know that, like, yeah, we know just to get the dick wet and just a quick dick.
No, it doesn't matter.
Well, they may have done it, but they're not going to admit to it. That's the thing. So she's still getting something out of it.
But she's getting used and abused.
Listen, it's not used and abused. If I was used, and I wouldn't say abused, but I was definitely used.
And you enjoyed the using.
I don't remember.
And she would be enjoying it.
And the thing is, what the guy said, like, usually they're so grateful because they're so grateful, they give so much, and they have this usually the great, sometimes the best sex ever.
That's why I'm saying that the guys that I know have taken advantage.
Yeah, taken advantage.
Because they've got these girls doing things that they wouldn't normally have anybody else do.
But the girl was also getting.
She was getting turned out though.
No,
a little bit turned out.
The girl that I know,
Really?
Yes.
Really?
I don't know her. I mean, if that was the case, and she told me what was happening, maybe I'd say, right, sack that one off.
Don't stay with it. Learn from it. Learn from it. Just keep going. Because you know,
if it's an all right in the dark on a Friday night,
no,
it's usually on a Tuesday. On a Tuesday night, you're able to get your rocks off with this dude.
Yeah. Just go for it. But reposition her mindset. So look, you can't talk about her looks. You can't say you're beneath him.
Yeah.
You have to say, look, this guy is, you can tell
he's just out here.
He's out here. So just
enjoy the time that you have with him, but also don't get too attached. Know that he has other girls.
Yeah.
He is going to leave, but you get your rocks off.
Learn. Strengthen your game.
Vibrationally,
don't say vibrationally. You're starting to get into Hotep talk.
She did, didn't she? You're servicing the man.
Because as a human being, spiritual to spirit, two humans connecting, it's what it is, man. Collect the essence and keep it moving.
Yeah, exactly. I love this.
My other enemy.
Oh, God.
There is a chick out here doing a PSA for women. And she is a waxing lady. And her PSA is, please, women, if you're going to come and get your punani wax, don't come with sperm.
Oy.
She calls it baby gravy.
Awful.
Yay.
Don't come with it in your bits.
If you're thinking about getting Brazilian wax, please, in my name and in the name of all of the waxes in this world, listen to this message. I love my job. I love my clients. I love the trust that every single lady that comes to this bed have me. As a waxer, I can tell you that we do not care about you sweating. We do not care about you having fluids. That's normal, okay, babe? That is completely normal. But even though we are just simple waxers, we are not doctors here, okay? We understand the difference in between fluids and baby gravy. Now, I believe we should set up standards, basic standards. I found so disrespectful that you, after sleeping with your man, decide to come to get a wax. You didn't bath or shower properly, and all his baby gravy is in my bed. Do you understand how, I don't know the word, I don't even have a word. Do you know how disgusting that is? Like I say, we know the difference. We know the difference, okay? At least I do. I know what baby gravy looks like. Trust me, I've got an 8-year-old. Now, in the name of all of us, I please ask you to have some respect. some respect, and make sure you clean yourself before your appointment. Thank you very much.
Well, that should be common sense, no?
We know the difference between normal standard discharge and baby gravy.
Blah.
PSA.
Yo, this is a lot.
I don't like this.
Pineapples.
Lots of pineapples everywhere.
Yo, this is crazy. So, would you, if you're going to get waxed, would you not clean before? Right.
You would think. You would think.
Like when you're going to the dentist, you brush your teeth, right?
You would.
100%.
Some people don't.
And you go in even harder because it's like
You
know
want
a
to be your best self forward.
Yeah.
Because she even said that sometimes they have dookie tissues in their bumper.
No.
Yeah. All that stuff. And I mean, I always say,
like people aren't
I
cleaning.
don't know
down there
what comes
properly.
into your mind.
I don't understand.
'Cause my mum used to be a midwife, and she used to always come home with horror stories. Like these people would come with nothing just freshened, just coming to.
I'm just delivering my
Do you know
child.
what? Yeah.
Delivering child is a bit different.
No, no.
Well, you can still
I mean,
watch
you
it,
can be
but
you can be caught. Excuse me. You can be caught out if your water's breaking and it's an emergency.
Yes.
There's
You
maybe
can
a
be
window,
caught
but
out.
also to be fair, how mash up are you in general? Because there's. I'm not gonna. Okay.
No, you can be caught out.
You can be
but
caught
no,
out.
before I had my kid, I'd made sure everything.
I was ready to
yeah,
wash.
yeah,
I don't.
This is the whole thing. I kind of feel like I thought it was that fast. Like, from TV, like you don't have time.
Yeah, and you do.
You do.
You do. You have time.
Yeah.
Baby doesn't just go.
Even just baby wipes or something.
Yeah,
like, so
yeah.
even if you
Yeah.
weren't able to have a shower before you was like, I've got to go to hospital, you had time to clean your body.
Yeah, you do.
And the fact
do.
that
You
some
do.
people aren't,
You do.
that's long.
It's not
It's
that quick.
really,
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
strange.
No.
Gross.
She shouldn't even have to do a PSA, but some people in the comments were saying, and this is where the enemy of progress came in, some people were saying that she was out of order for taking to camera and embarrassing the woman. And
She didn't name no names.
Exactly.
She didn't name no
She didn't
names.
even show no picture of
I don't
no
know why
person.
people were saying that, but I think the people that were commenting that were the shade.
dirty.
Were the,
Yes.
They're the
were the
people that
dirty.
don't
Yes,
wash
they
their
were.
fanny.
They were the dirty.
They
Yeah,
were.
they don't.
They were. They
They're
felt
the people
triggered.
that
Yeah.
get it.
They know they've done it.
And I don't like
And they
this.
continue to do it.
I like to believe that all women are clean and we're angels down there.
No,
but
because
not
there's some people that feel like, oh, it's a self-cleaning machine.
No, that self-cleaning is a lie.
And then when they drop their pants, they stink.
Dank.
Oh.
That's because I don't even like when ladies' toilets are messy. I just don't believe we should ever have that.
I can't stand it.
I don't like that.
Like I've been known to go into the ladies' toilet, and I'm kicking the door, and I've like gone 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
It's just like,
It's
man,
terrible.
a lot.
So I don't know what people.
And then sometimes you go in there and there's a smell. It smells like fanny. Vomit.
It's like that
That's
kind
it.
of fishy, mouldy.
Okay, you don't need to go into you don't actually need to go into detail.
Nice.
No.
That's what I'd like to believe. You'd like to believe
you
it.
see, sometimes you see girls go into men's toilets.
That's why.
Yeah, sometimes the women.
As a man, can we
You lot
just?
It's
stools
also
are all taken up.
overspill.
It's
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
too.
Sometimes it's gross.
Is there ever a time when men are disgusting like that? Can you just? Because it's not all
Oh
women.
yeah, of course.
Like your men's toilet's dirty,
Oh,
nasty.
men's toilets is just piss everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you go to any club, there's gonna be piss on the floor
What?
because
There's no
So
aim. There's no
why?
aim.
All you have to do is
Spraying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just
Oh, come on, you're not free. Like, I just feel
You're
like
drunk,
men
though.
going toilet is so much easier than a woman.
It is. We have
All you
so
have
much
to do
to-
is just stand and point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Like,
lot
simple
don't
things.
understand men's penises very well. That it's not always one flowing stream.
That's what we thought. That's what the film says.
That's what the film
Why
says.
would you have two?
What 2 streams?
Men out there, you educate them because sometimes it comes out of 2 directions.
Why?
I love it. I'm teaching you. Now,
Why?
I didn't know this until obviously growing up and then started to use it. There's a hole at the top, the main one.
Yeah.
There's also a small one at the bottom.
Why?
What?
I don't know.
What?
Oh, so it's
What? So in that little compartment, there's two?
No, it's like, I don't know how to describe
Oh, is it like
this.
the line? It's not really a closed line.
It's not that, but there's also, I think it's a small hole at the bottom, but I haven't actually done the study. But for me, sometimes, especially like after sex, it's like sometimes you don't know where it's going to go.
Really?
Like
I have heard that,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
just
Oh, 'cause
don't
numb?
know.
Not know.
That's why you do that.
It's
and
just-
you gotta hold it down.
You have to.
Yeah.
I usually just sit down because obviously it's long.
Oh, so you sit
You're
down
a sit
too?
downer as well.
I'm not a sit downer on a regular basis.
That's
what
because
your-
I know
that's what
Fred.
your
Fred
Fred
came here.
sits down.
Fred came here
sits
and gave
down.
us some
But
information.
It got to a point in my life where I was like, I'm tired of cleaning the floor.
Okay.
So let me just sit down
This is so interesting.
on a
Okay.
straight after. Okay,
Do
cool.
you sit down when you're outside though?
No, never.
Just checking.
Never.
that would
But
be crazy.
outside, I'm more like.
If you're a smart woman, you don't even do that.
No,
Yeah,
women
yeah,
should
no,
never.
no, never. I don't know. My missus doesn't even sit down on our toilet.
hear it. Come to get used to just standing there.
We bought a brand new toilet. She's like, I'm not sitting on it.
Is that because you piss on the toilet seat?
No, she just don't like sitting on toilets.
I hear it because I'm just so used to.
Yeah, like
Actually, and kind of similarly, actually. I mean, it's very weird. Sometimes you kind of get used to actually
just hovering.
Yeah.
You can't to turn into this is how you go toilet.
So got strong legs.
But I didn't know there was 2 holes there.
Big up, wife.
Now I actually want to see, like, you know, like a zoomed in,
like what happens.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
And then, but also men's hygiene, because not every, like, I don't want to have it all on the women, because men's things they don't always clean them.
Well, they get that cream cheese.
No, that's if you're not circumcised. You get the shmegma.
I hate that word with a passion.
So
you know when I first stop it. When I first heard that,
oh my God, stop saying it. Stop saying it.
I find that
it's
hilarious.
so disgusting. It's horrible. It gives me the ick.
So
I'm glad I've never seen it in my life.
It's only uncircumcised. I thought.
Yeah, because it's under
the skin.
Yeah.
The rim.
But circumcision is, like we circumcise my son.
That's fair.
I'm glad I did it to him now. That
you did it like first
did you do it late?
week.
Did you have yours?
No, not too late. I think it was like, when was it? 2 months?
Okay.
It was late in general because I think they say you're meant to do it.
It's
like,
usually as soon as they
because
kind of
before
born in
they
that
start
first
getting
week.
sensation and stuff like that. But when I see it, I'm just like, raw, man. Did I butcher you, bruv? Like,
listen,
it hurts
crazy, heart, innit?
Bro.
It's crazy.
It's
I've seen my nephews done.
But it's the best thing to do.
It's the best thing to do.
I was like, if I'd had a third boy, I was totally like, I'm not gonna be there. Like,
I'll be there.
Because my mum was so like, you can't not have. So I was like, okay, so if we do it, you are having the child until it's healed, and then I take my baby back. I was literally, I can't do it again. I cried throughout both of them. I was literally there just crying. And then each time the doctor is like, the surgeon guy, they're going to want their mum, so you got to be there. So I was there for both. Like, first time I looked, because I wanted to see that he was doing it properly. Second time, the thing is, the second time, I haven't even told anybody this properly. We didn't have enough money, so we kind of went to a cheaper guy. He ended up in hospital. So that's why I was like, if we have another boy, you dealing with it, mum. Like literally, oh my God, it was heartbreaking. It was a lot. And then we had to take pictures every day to send to the surgeon. So I was there watching it. It's a lot.
That's a lot.
Sorry, I need to ask. How long does it take to look like a normal penis again? Because I feel like it's been too long.
When did you do your son?
Feb?
Did we start?
Okay.
Just now?
Feb,
No, like you're getting close to. So that whole healing process, I think it was 10 weeks I was sending pictures.
Okay.
And then it's almost done. They're like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like 4 months. And then you're like, oh, okay, you're fine now.
Okay,
yeah.
Because it looks
the swelling kind of goes and all that.
When it's come back, it's like
it does that.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure.
Bubbers.
But that is scary as well. When you don't. This is the thing. That's why the surgeon was like, send it to me.
Yeah.
If you have any problems, like
you
checking.
Go to a hospital then, or
the second time we went to a hospital, but we should have just done it with the same rabbi.
Yeah. We did the rabbi.
It's just the rabbi was
to the house.
Really expensive.
I can't remember. I say we, my nephew.
Is it probably a rabbi?
Yeah, they're the best.
They must be the best.
Yeah, I mean, for real.
It's a crazy job though.
That is
Like, just travel around, just chopping.
It's nuts when you think about it.
And it's so weird. It's such a culturally rooted thing. There's a certain demographic of people that just like, regardless, this is what's got to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know with our generations though.
I don't know. If it's
like, let's say our kids, I don't know if they will do it to their kids.
I think
you think so?
Yeah.
It depends on how you raise them.
Though, in the UK,
I think my daughter would. I think my daughter's because I think how we raise our kids traditionally. That will be a thing.
I always feel like it will just.
I think my daughter will
start to die out, and it will be like.
I think it will die out.
Used to do that. Like,
I think it will die out.
Trauma as well. Do you know what I mean?
Okay,
if I had seen this before, I might have been like, yo. I don't know about this.
I'm not sure about
that. But I've never seen it until now I've done it. And then it's like, raw, this is peak, you know? But I'm not going to tell him, bro.
So if you have another son,
literally,
I will because I'll see the end result of this one.
Yeah.
I'll probably try and find the same guy as well.
Yeah.
'Cause if not, then it's like I don't know what might happen.
Yeah.
This is
you got to have the
the same one where it
same
works.
one where
That's
it
all I
works.
tell everybody. Like, go to the
'Cause I
same
used
one.
The same guy Tem used.
Okay.
Because it was like, okay, cool. Your son's cool.
Yeah.
So, that's like, cool. We can.
I think it depends on how it's now down to us how we raise our kids and what traditions we continue. I think it will die out maybe at large if it's not tied to religion, but culturally, because a lot of our culturally traditions are being watered down, isn't it?
Is it tied to religion for us?
No.
That's what I mean. It's not tied
Full
to
cult-
religion.
No, that's what I'm saying. So it's cultural, yeah. So I think culture might water down depending on what you instill. I know for my
but then
child,
there'd be a lot of men out there with polo necks.
Stop it. Normal, you're fine, innit?
If you wash and because
that's a roll that shit back in it.
have you?
Yeah.
I was going to ask a personal question. How many versus?
I've never been with an uncircumcised.
Have you not? I have, and it was very clean.
Yeah, because all you've got to do is just roll it back.
Sorry, I
innit?
really like. Yeah, no, I have. I just remembered one that was. No.
What happened?
What happened?
No, I just in general I didn't like it.
Oh.
I just had a flashback.
Too much skin.
What? I don't like that.
It's gross in general.
I don't like that for you.
Yeah,
I know what you're going to say.
You know what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It's gross.
I don't like that in general. Yucky. That's the word. That is the word. Yuck.
Yucky.
All right, so we've cleaned that up, or have we? Girls, go be clean. And
Yes.
men, be
Yes,
clean.
please.
Just
Wash
be
your
clean.
private parts,
Don't
man.
go
Come
to an
on now.
appointment without washing. I don't even leave the house without washing. That's me. Not even if I'm running to the shop to get something. But it has to wash before I
Like,
leave.
lick down, you must wash yourself.
You must wash your. Yeah,
That's what
good,
my mum would
good
always
brief.
say.
Yeah, my
Yes.
dad
Good
would
Proper
always-
underwear, just in
Proper
case you
underwear,
get run
just in
over.
case.
Yeah. I mean, the underwear might not always be the most newest out of the packet, but I'm not
They
gonna
ain't
have.
got holes in it.
They ain't got holes in it. Ain't ratty or dirty.
Can't go for an appointment. I'm not doing it anyway. If I was the waxer and I'm seeing stuff coming out and I'm like,
Appointment over.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
Bro,
you
you
got to
gotta go
go.
home.
Yeah.
I was how.
This
so
kind
what?
of makes sense to me because I had a bit personal hair. When I had my last smear test, the nurse was like, "Oh, you're very clean down there." And at the time, I was like, "The fuck
What?
is this talking about?" She didn't say it while she was all up in the smear.
yeah, because that's crazy.
Because that would have been,
Yeah.
I would have lodged a complaint if she said it then, because like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
She said, "Ooh."
She said, "Oh, this is very clean." No,
Yeah.
it was afterwards, and she was like, "Yeah, because some people come," and she said it's black down there, and I was like,
What do you mean, black?
What is a black?
And not black colour. Why is it black in
Think about it,
there?
These people must see some real different shit.
But that's the thing. I salute you gynecologists
Yeah, man.
because fucking hell, mate,
No.
that's not me.
There's not a job for
I could
me.
not
I'm
do.
too scornful.
I could not do that job.
No.
Smells and fluids.
All of that.
Absolutely
Vomit.
not.
I could just take blood. I can do the needles.
I could possibly do that. Yeah, I don't mind that.
I don't even want to do that
But we're not doing the internal stuff.
because you might get jook up.
Yeah, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Is that it? I know you got one more.
Yeah, what is it again? I can't see it. Oh, yes.
Was it?
Safari.
Safari.
I call him Sarafe.
Safari is in the bin, in the bucket, in the depths of the ocean at the bottom with a weight on top of him. Not only because I can't stand his name. Sorry for anyone else that's called Safari out there. But so we all know the Diddy case is happening, and Cassie testified last week, right? So Safari thought it was okay to tweet. If I was her husband, I wouldn't care about what she did before me because it was all before me. But I would know that I need to get my freak up.
It's inappropriate.
I need to increase my freak, is what he said.
Inappropriate.
What a dickhead. Who says shit like that?
At a time like
At a
this.
time like this, like the woman has been abused. She's been talking about the violent abuse that she has suffered. And you're talking about, I know that I need to get my freak up. What a dickhead.
Yeah, I think making jokes, and you're not even a comedian to even give you a little bit of a blight. To be making those type of comments. No, there's a lot of unsolicited opinions coming out whilst this trial is going on, and it's exposing the cesspit of minds that are out there. It's really disturbing. What's your take on it?
Yeah, it's in bad taste. It's not the time for it. I get what he was trying to do because obviously there was a lot of bashing of the man saying, he's a waste man.
Yeah,
Like, how can you stick with
Okay.
it? Da, da, da. So I can see he's probably coming from the point of view is like, you man are soft. Like, how can you be cussing my man for being with her and trying to make it funny.
Okay, do you know what?
He
been
could
there.
have said the first
Okay.
sentence and ended it there.
didn't need to add
could
the
have
freak
just
bit.
said,
He could have, but as men, we like to go lead with humor because it just softens things for us. Do you know what I mean?
soften shit.
Of course it wouldn't, because right now it's serious. It's hot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he had said this later on where everybody's letting their Diddy jokes fly and because the time's gonna come.
Yeah.
It's gonna come and we're all like, there's gonna be people making jokes about this situation. Good, bad, right or wrong, it's gonna happen. In the heat of the moment is not the time to do that. Do you know what I mean?
I get you.
Yeah.
Okay, you gave a little bit of a.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's like when people were
You took
saying,
the heat off of him.
Took a little
it's like when
piece.
people say
piece,
no
yeah,
Diddy,
little
innit?
piece.
Like,
Yeah,
a little
like-
piece. I mean, I also was like side-eyeing Charlemagne. I was like, no, this is not funny. When he posted all the kind of the sex workers that had been allegedly involved with the freak offs, and one of the pictures was DJ Envy. And I was looking, I was like, and people in the comments were like, and then they're like, nah, Charlemagne.
It was kind of funny.
It was kind of, that's what I'm saying. I was a bit like, but
Because
no,
the assortment of guys was a lot. It was literally like, there's a chocolate, there's a white, there's a
Yeah.
It was a lot.
It was a spectrum, wasn't it?
it was a spectrum.
He's
But I don't
range,
need these
the
comments
phrase.
from guys like so. And it is that thing about Alex Fine, like him sticking by Cassie, and people really personalising it and saying, "No, you can't." Because the thing, what I think is a lie, is that just all things aside, she's a beautiful woman, and beautiful women have a privilege on this earth. And it's going to be hard pressed for her never to find another man. So all these guys who are saying, "Yeah, it couldn't be me," it would definitely be if Cassie was in front of you, you'd be like, and then you'd be that guy. That's listen.
Cassie could ask them now with her 9-month belly.
Yeah.
And, they
And
would
someone will be like, "Yes, ma'am."
Yeah,
So don't
that's
lie,
true.
riot.
there's no way around that.
There's
Most
no way.
men would sleep with Cassie
Yeah.
now,
Right.
knowing all of the evidence.
And wife her. I don't know the potential of wife people would wife her, but there would be someone that
They would wife her.
It's a lot like
Easy.
They would
easy.
wife
It's easier
her.
to do
They
that.
would wife her.
Yeah,
They would
wife
wife her.
is do you know what it is? It comes down to male ego at the end of the day.
Yeah,
like
I
if
mean-
you can handle that, then cool. But not everybody can.
Yeah, that's
I don't know if I could. Because
Knowing her
it's a lot of knowing her past, like there's a lot of trauma to deal with. So I don't know how the household is day to day. Like she might literally have moments where she's going through it.
Yeah.
Being there for somebody like that is like, I don't know.
Straining.
Yeah,
it is.
That's
so-
a perspective to give. That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair to
But
be
that's
like,
a different perspective to, because
Step my freak up.
yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
freak.
wild.
Crazy.
And just say, she's damaged
Try
goods.
and match Diddy. I don't think it's right to even try and match Diddy's freak.
No, nobody can
is
do that.
on next level.
That's
a next
a
level.
lot.
Who can do that? You know that you're gonna be arrested. You know this, and you still had freak off stuff in your hotel room. Like Diddy was relentless.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what he was up to. I mean, there is loads of talk that it was probably like black magic as well. That's
What? Where's that come from now?
It's a sex ritual that apparently is out there.
Oh, for the industry type.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like he wanted to do another one because it's how he harnesses power.
Okay.
So before he got arrested, he was
Allegedly.
getting ready. Yeah, all allegedly. This is all. I don't know how people know this shit, but they're saying that act of it, what he was doing and the watching, and that it's not him doing the sexual acts, he's observing it. That is all a ritual. So he wanted a quick one before he was going to be arrested.
When you just heard like how long some of these sessions lasted.
I mean,
Yeah.
Like,
aren't you
And
tired?
you
Wasn't
needed
this
all
really
the bits.
raw?
Well, the guys were, yeah.
But him himself, because he was
she
also
was as well.
self-pleasuring.
That's what she.
I understand she, but his hand, but his
What, his
She's
forehand?
it's the member and the hand.
Astroglide.
Yeah.
Isn't that the Astroglide?
But then doesn't
Glide? What's
the,
this?
that's like I was about to say
It's a
glizzy.
lube.
It's a lube.
Oh, is that the one he was using?
Yeah, that's the brand.
Oh,
apparently.
okay.
Like, he's very particular with brands. It had
Yeah.
to be Johnson & Johnson.
Astroglide.
And it had to be
Like,
Astroglide.
it's like one of the bloggers had it and they showed it to the camera like this is what it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was always those.
Because
I thought everything was exaggerated. Like when people were saying like, 1,000 bottles or whatever. I was
no,
like,
he had a supply.
Nah, mate.
it's exaggerated. Because all I saw was AI images of what 1,000 bottles would look like.
Yeah,
And I was thinking, that's not possible.
I mean, do you know what? I'm about to make
There
a very
was
silly
in the
comparison.
hotel, in the Miami house,
Yeah.
there was 20 bottles in a bin of baby oil.
If you have a mother that goes to Costco and hoards the stuff, you can imagine how easy it would be. I must say, we have lots of shower gel because mum likes
that's
to
like
stock
old
up.
school parents. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
like
you
so
know,
it's not hard to stock up on stuff.
when my grandma's
And if you've got a
here-
mansion and you've got the space, you're gonna stock up.
Yeah,
when my
yeah,
grandma's here,
Because
like,
also
we can
the-
go shopping in her house.
Yeah,
It's just
Yeah,
like,
but
I
all
can
in
go
a bit.
shopping at my
All in a
mum's.
bit.
Yeah,
And he was
definitely.
using it all the time.
Yeah.
Jit said
Yeah,
that they were getting through 10 bottles.
Yeah.
But
So-
now I understand how.
Yeah, why you
1,000?
need a lot because you don't
Yeah.
want to run out and go shop for me. No, you just got to have the supply.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a wild one. I mean, we all knew he was a bit of a freak.
But
Yeah.
I didn't actually know that to this extent, you know.
No, I had no
Not this
idea what he
extent.
was up to.
Nobody
Not
could,
this extent.
Nobody could fathom this extent.
No.
Like, you wouldn't think of the things that he's doing is things that anybody's doing.
Yeah.
Because you go to like the extreme, like yeah. I just didn't think this could be possible.
Rubbing stuff on his nipples from another.
Ugh.
I was like, raw, this is...
Now that's worthy of a pause.
Come on. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
But it makes sense when you hear the stuff that he was saying, like when he's like, I love it when you're scrambling and scrambling, daddy.
And he's like, daddy. He's like, yeah, daddy.
Yeah. That
Daddy?
was a crazy sentence.
That was
And
mad.
they were all sitting there like, there was an applause
And when he was
inside.
saying to them, we haven't partied in a while.
Yeah, and they were like, yeah,
You
no.
want to party with Diddy?
That's why.
I
no.
know.
Why- yeah.
And they were like,
Yeah, they were-
Fab was just like, that's when he started eating.
Yeah.
He was like that.
See?
Not having it.
Exactly. Eating.
It's weird on now, but it was still weird at the time.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Now
Now you have
it's
context.
like, bro, is that what he was trying to say to them?
Is there anyone?
Everybody knows, isn't it?
Is there
They
anyone
all
in?
know.
Is there anyone now when you think about that was ever been in your past or whatever? Like, you know what? That person, yeah, I could imagine them being a bit weird. Like now, like how you know someone, and now we know someone. Like how Diddy's been revealed.
You know what? Even though Jonathan Oddie mentioned DJ Khaled and Rick Ross, I think the way Rick Ross goes through women quickly and they all have a particular look.
Allegedly,
he's next.
Allegedly,
allegedly, I feel like he's on the. It's like he has a really pretty girl, and they last about 3 months, and then he has another really pretty girl, and him and Diddy are besties. I think he'll be exposed soon. Allegedly.
I mean, I just don't trust anybody anymore.
No, it's hard,
especially in that world.
What about Kendrick Lamar?
Hey,
Whoa.
I'm just
whoa.
Where did he come from?
I'm just thinking of like the leftist of, wow, like, but could
not
he?
the savior. No, Kendrick,
We need-
if that
I
ever
mean,
came
Kendrick
out,
did say that he was,
he was
he had a
dipping in
habit.
the.
No. He did.
He said he had a sex habit.
Yeah. So he's come out and said.
He's preempt.
Yeah. Well, no, because I don't think he was going
He
to
didn't
that
say
extreme.
he didn't say I was
I
having
think he was
freak
just
offs.
cheating on his
He
wife.
just said I was having big gal.
Yeah,
Said the
yeah,
word
yeah.
just.
I mean,
He said he was sleeping with a lot of women.
No, but I mean, look, this is taught us all a very big lesson. We just like the music.
Yes.
The person we don't know, and that is it. Kendrick, please don't, because I just need my playlist to stay, and I've got too much of you on my playlist. If you go to, then it's a.
Would it break your heart?
Oh man,
it'd be disappointing. It won't break my heart, but it'd be disappointing.
It'd be harder for me because the R. Kelly's and Diddy's, for me, they're not in my rotation like that.
Yeah, R. Kelly,
So-
I haven't listened to him for
Yeah, so
eons.
it's very easy to be like, yeah,
Kendrick,
I'm boycotting.
it's
I'm
like-
not really boycotting. I'm just living my life. But if you want, I'm on that bad But yeah, if it was Kendrick, now I've got a decision to make. Again,
that would be hard.
Affair. Have an affair. Not joking. Not joking.
That's what Jay-Z said. Have an affair. Be an
And even
adult.
like everyone's kind of gunning for Jay-Z to be the next. Jay-Z will be a problem. Kendrick, Jay-Z will be a problem on my list. Chuck D from Public Enemy. If you came out.
Wow, an old schooler like that,
Because
I'd
I'm
be
like,
like,
Big Daddy Kane. I'm old school. Please, you know. So if Nas, I mean Nas is a bit of
Nas
Wu
would be
Wei.
a shocker.
Would be a no. Well, he had a Wu Wei with
I don't know.
Khalees.
I don't know if it'd be
He had that kind of that back and forth between him and Khalees. Like she said that he did put hands on her, but that kind of got maybe.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah,
But
so,
if
yeah, it
Nas
was
was out here doing like freak offs. Like
Yeah,
his
that would be.
version.
that would be
No,
very
I don't think. Do you know what? I don't think at this point, if anyone came out and said Blam Blam from the industry is doing free calls, I'm not going to be surprised because right now the industry, to me, they're all fucking doing something weird.
I mean, it's
But
just the fact that Diddy's coined a term.
Yes.
You know?
Like that's you being
That's him
used
now.
in court and
Yeah.
everything. Like
Yeah, now it's in
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Imagine if a guy
And then
says,
all
"Yeah, I
these-
want to
all
freak
these
off with you."
people that said they left the party early.
No, they didn't. Not all. Not all of you did. No, some of you did. A lot of some of you. There's a percentage of you that saw some
that
stuff.
you left the party early.
Because I wouldn't have left the party early. I wouldn't. Okay, if I saw something dodgy, sure. But generally, my dream was to always go to a Diddy party.
Yeah, white party.
I was like, I want to be at that white party. Thought about my outfit. Everything's going to be there with my brethren. All my girls are going to be there.
Yeah.
And we're going to be like,
We made it to all the Rock Nation brunch.
Rock Nation brunch. But like the Diddy party, and we're staying to the after party. Of
course.
But then obviously they knew they did that with the lights, and then everyone that had to go would go.
And they selected. Like one of the girls was saying, like, you had to get the slippers, and they were walking around. So there was a party where everybody is there, and then him and the sons allegedly would hand the girls that they wanted to be in the after slippers.
Imagine if now one of us got the slippers.
Yeah,
and
her brethren didn't get the slippers.
But imagine at that time I would have been like, oh, I didn't get a slipper.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, but you weren't allowed in without the slippers.
That's what I'm saying, but we wouldn't have known.
What I'm saying is, like, say we're all at the party, and then they give you the slippers.
Yeah.
You're going to turn around and say, "Touch you later."
Yeah.
No, but I don't know what's going on. We wouldn't know.
But I'm just saying, you wouldn't leave us, would you?
No, she would. She said she would.
I think any of us. Would you? But hold on.
They give me the slippers.
No, but hold on. This is like getting into No, I think they. No, look. There's the liberty of. No, but I wouldn't be like.
No, I'm not going for long, honestly. If they give me the slippers,
look,
I'm being honest.
You don't even say go. But that's what I'm saying.
You're going to just go and see what it looks like.
Yeah, but that's what I
But you
believe.
can't go for too long because then you've gone into fuckery's territory.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
No, but if it's good, like text like, no, it's all right here because it depends on when the witching starts. It might be like, oh mate, I'm not saying I'm saying they might be like, oh, it's all right. I might text you.
Oh yeah, you weren't allowed your
one
phone.
of my phone. No, then I'll
So
be like,
you've got to come back out again
Do you
and
know
be
what?
like,
Take
it's all
away,
right in
take
there.
away the Diddy aspect of it all.
Right.
If it was a lit party,
party,
and then you got slippers, are you leaving them?
I am. I'm not going to go for long, but I come on now. I'm not.
Do you know what?
I get the slippers and I'm going to be like, oh, you didn't get. No, I'm going to go and see what was on the other side.
I think I need to. It depends on who I'm with, what temperament they have. There's going to be a few variables that would make me say, yes, I'm going to go in. But if it's like, I feel like it's the latest party and it's, oh my God, so-and-so's going to be there. You're going to initially be like, I'm going in. All of us are going to be
at least for 20 minutes.
Going in. I'm going to go and see. Because it's an opportunity. You don't know what's behind those. That
20 minutes.
Curtain.
20 minutes I'm going to go in and I'm going to come back out again.
And be like.
And then maybe I'd be like, nah, it's really
But
good
don't
in
they
there.
have to go home? Isn't there like party done, except for you? Everybody.
No, this was the girl that was talking about it was happening at the same time. It was just that you was in another part. Yeah,
the
you was
party.
Just like it was like the
you got
party's
to the
over.
elevated status, so she did go back, and her brethren obviously was pissed, like because she didn't get the slippers, and her friend did go, and then she went back in.
Right.
I would go and see. I may not carry on afterwards though. I don't know.
So you
Depends
think
on how good
unequivocally
it
you wouldn't go in at all?
No, I'd go and see, but I'm not staying.
Yeah.
I'm basically going to be nosy.
But what if it was really good before? Okay, obviously we're not
Like
going to see
really
the last.
good,
If it was
yeah.
really good, would you be like, guys, are you lot all right? Because it is lit.
Nah, I don't know. I think that I don't like that.
Everybody's got to
think
say
we're-
yes
Girl
for me
code
to
sort of
carry
thing.
on.
Yeah, everyone, you've
I
got
don't
good.
like that.
But what about Mandem?
If I said
If you
to
got the
like,
pipe.
if I was in the reverse and I'd say, no, it's cool, go ahead. But I don't know how I would feel like I'm out there and you've gone and left me. I don't
Yeah.
know about that.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of
If
dodgy.
it was Mandem,
And you got the dressing gown or something. Oh, you got the robe.
you got slippers as well. Why you gotta like Mandem wear slippers? Like?
Why can't it be separate?
I feel like it's a different. I feel like it's a different process because there's a bit. Girls getting slippers because you got heels on. Why is a man getting slippers? That seems mad.
Because he's not allowed to wear his shoes.
No, but it seems mad. More like girls because we got
you
heels
get a
on.
pipe or something. I mean,
That's what
I
I
mean a
said,
normal, not a pipe.
Not a pipe, not a crack pipe. You get a
cigar.
A cigar. You get a cigar. You get a cigar.
Yeah.
Get a cigar.
Yeah, cigars.
Get a cigar. Good night. You got to tell him why it's going.
Yeah. If it was for the man, it's like beautiful women telling you come through.
Yeah.
The man them are dead. The man them are like, go secure my thing. Yo, dog. Yeah, do your thing.
That's how men are different, isn't it?
Yeah, facts.
Go.
'Cause what were you holding you back for? I don't need you to get me home. Do you know what I mean? Like, you lot might be
I
splitting
don't
up
need you
Uber.
to get me
That's
home.
who was it? I can't remember, but they were like, the reason why girls shouldn't leave sometimes because we came here together. if you leave, now we have to split the Uber
not-
freeways instead of...
That's the girls that have different. No, that's not it. That's not it.
That's what the girl them.
No, that's not. It's
No,
more
you
like
go together, you should leave together.
It's just about safety. It's safety.
Okay.
For girls, usually it's safety, but we do have that bit of emotional blackmail thing. Like, why are you leaving me? We do have that.
What if, like, she met a guy and he's saying, "I'll drop you and one of your friends home." But there's four of you. There's no more space in the car.
Oh no, that's crazy.
Yo,
So
wait.
what? So she now has to leave.
We all came there together.
Yeah, that's a bit
and
odd.
she's met a guy and she's like, I'm gonna go with a guy. Then either you kind of go with a guy.
Okay, so she can go by herself.
Just go with a guy.
No. For me, no. For me,
depends on the
if
guy.
a guy has been like, you met the guy on the dance that night, and he's like, and he's saying, I'm going to come with you, but I'm going to drop you home, and I can take one of your brethren. I think it's a conversation, but you're not going by yourself.
Yeah,
I'm not. You're not allowed. You don't let me go, especially if I'm tipsy. Don't let me go. But if he's like, okay, and I'm like, oh my god, this is it. Whatever spark it is. I want to go with him, let him drop. Come. I would say one of my brethren come with me.
Yeah.
I think as a collective, I think that's okay.
It depends.
Yeah, I think
It really
that's okay.
depends
think
on the
if you
guy,
meet a
but
guy,
more often than not, that within our friendship circle, that wasn't actually allowed.
Yeah, okay.
Like
You
you've
can't go
just
with a guy.
met this dude.
Yeah, there's
you don't
that,
know
there's that.
where he's from. Nobody who can be like, oh no, it's Trevor. He's all right.
Yeah.
You
That
can't
part,
go
that
with
part.
him that.
Not
you
a
could go
stranger.
and sleep with him the next day if you wanted to, but not from the club.
Not to the club. Not a random
stranger.
Because also, even if two of you go in the car with a man and his brethren,
you both.
that's a problem because we don't know what's going to happen.
Yes.
But there has to be some sort of, we get it, and then you come with me just at the very, very case.
And he definitely can't set pace of I'm only taking this one and that.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh, he can't do like pick. Oh, okay, the 10 and the 10,
That
but the
sounded
4 and the
slippery
6.
still.
The butters one has to go and go to the brethren later.
Bad man.
Yeah.
It's out of order.
So have we resolved this? Where did we land?
Nobody needs to go to a diddy party. And
We're talking about safari.
Oh,
Yeah, shit. And then we've got slippers, cigars, and pipes and dressing gowns. And on that note, that has been your Aunties Good Never. Thank you, VP.
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
See, and you were the last one standing.
Come on.
Yeah.
Save the best for last.
That's true.
Indeed. Thank you very much, guys. If you like, comment, and subscribe, and if you subscribe specifically, you will get to see all of his business because we're going to get into it in the extra show.